So in this 9-day workshop, we had 25 refugee youth, including unaccompanied minors, participate. The participants were from Syria, Afghanistan, Iraq, and Pakistan, and were between 9 and 17 years old.
MIT that teaches people to design and build things. We're working with Faros to integrate this into their Vocational Innovation Center to work with refugee youth, because we saw the transformative effect that this had on refugee youth. The 3D printing workshop is part of this process. We really want to give the kids these kind of skills, but also to show them that they have the capacity and the ability to master them.
So the workshop curriculum has two parts: the basic computers and the 3D printer fabrication and printing. We designed the curriculum in a way where the participants can gradually gain knowledge on how to use computers, to using tools to actually build a 3D printer, and finally designing on the computer itself and printing their designs using the 3D printer they built.
In the morning, participants learn the basic computer skills, such as how to use Windows, MS Word, PowerPoint, basic graphic design tools, and basic programming, as well as focus on 3D design software.
In the afternoon, it was all about 3D printing. We're taking the kids through the whole process of building an entire 3D printer. We had the kids work in different groups where they formed small teams and used different hand tools and acquired different skills as they worked together towards building a whole 3D printer.
So throughout the workshop, the kids needed to learn how to use a lot of tools to be able to build the machine. And so some of these tools includes a multimeter, wire cutters, they learned how to solder, they learned how to crimp, they also learned how to use drill press and other hand tools, as well as files and screwdrivers, and they needed to learn all of this and use all of it to be able to build the machine.
In the very beginning, the kids got to see a 3D printer that was bought from the store, and we promised them that at the end of the 2 weeks, they'd be able to build a machine themselves. Obviously, they did not believe this, but that was the plan, to see how, with their skills and all the things that we're going to teach them, they would understand exactly how a 3D printer works, and then also build one themselves. And that's the culmination of all these 2 weeks. They've got to see how all the small things they did builds up to this one big thing. They learned so many different skills. They got to understand how a 3D printer works. They know all the different parts of a 3D printer, and everything comes together to form this one unique and cool machine.
It's been exciting to follow the course of this workshop and see what an empowering experience it has been for the boys to learn and to build, and finally at the end build this amazing machine.
We just finished and we just wrapped up our 3D building class, and it was a blast for me personally to watch the kids be so intrigued by new technology. I was intrigued by how the kids were invested in what they were building, what they were making, the relationships between them and the teachers, the relationship between them and each other, kids of different age groups, kids of different backgrounds, even of different languages, working together and making something out of nothing. And not only making something, but learning, having friendships, having relationships. And that was really exciting for me to see. It was a blast. I couldn't believe it, that for 9 days kids could really be that focused, but they were completely focused, they were completely into it, and I've never seen anything like it, so it was a great experience for me.
I learned here how we make design and for 3D printer, how make the glasses, and some designing for something we want else in 3D printer. We can do all of we want. We can print, design up first, design after we print. I think I can do with this. I learn 3D printer and I make in future something I need. When I some need, I can design, I design for me and I make for me something.
Workshop, actually I learned 3D printer and I learned how to use I learned how to use the computer and I know Word and I know PowerPoint and Scratch. Actually I want to be a designer and I make this from 3D printer.
در این ورکشاپ چیزای زیادی آموختم، چیزای جدید آموختم که از این میتونم در آینده استفاده کنم و زندگی روزمره هر چی که ضرورت میشه میتونم خودم درست کنم و از این استفاده کنم.
So at this program we learned how we can making a cup and how we making a 3D printer and how we can working to the 3D printing and the program. Yeah. We have a class at the morning. We teach to us working to PowerPoint and Word and Excel and Access.
خیلی چیزا یاد گرفتم، مثلا حتی یاد گرفتم با کامپیوتر چجوری از این ماشین استفاده کنم، کاری درست کنم، چیزی درست کنم و حتی چند تا چیز دیگه هم تونستم درست کنم.
Well, first of all, I think the most important thing that I personally learned and invested my time into is the usage of tools, which comes to use not only in the 3D printing but also in my daily life. So, like next time I don't have to pay for like a technician to fix my light bulb or something. I'll just do it myself. Also, there comes the mental impact on it. The mental impact that I could do something of worth. I could create something. I felt great that I said, hey, this is cool. I can really improvise on how I can create my own design, and how I can make what I desire, make what I think would impress me.
We meet very great people, like our teachers. He was Roy, just very good people, very great. They teach us about the 3D printer and some programs first. So now we can print anything we want.
از ورکشاپ ما چیزای خوب آموختیم و واقعا ورکشاپ عالی بود. از خیلی خوشم آمد. اولین ورکشاپ بود که ما تا حالا همچین ورکشاپ داشتیم، درس‌های داشتیم که به ما نقاشی و پرینتر چیزا رو به ما آموختن و یک کاربرد خوبی داشتیم که از این میتونیم در روزمره خود استفاده کنیم و همین.
We learn how we can make 3D printer and we learn about this design, how we can design a computer, laptop, like that, and we can use everywhere about that. And I think this is very good about future. We can use more about that. And finish. Thank you for that.
اسم من فرزاد است. ما این درس هم میخوانیم به خاطری که ما این را نیاز داریم که ما این را یاد بگیریم. وقتی که ما این را یاد گرفتیم میتونیم به خود هر چیزی که خواستیم درست کنیم و من این را خوش دارم. این درس خیلی خوش دارم. در هر جایی میرم درس از این میخوانم تا یاد بگیرم و ما تشکر از کسایی که به ما یاد میده. ما این را یاد گرفتیم به خاطری که میتونیم یک چند تا دستگاه دیگه بسازیم و میتونیم یک کارخانه بر خودمون واسه کنیم. وقتی که من این را یاد گرفتم میتونم بر خودم یک دکان یا یک کارخانه‌ای بسازم و شاگردا یک چند دانش آموز دیگر رو بر خودم اضافه کنم که وام میتونن از این راه پول بدستن.